Good afternoon, everyone. Renisha from Commodities Research. Today, I am here to present my views on commodity for this week. The commodity market experienced great volatility last week. Earlier in the week, U.S. President Barack Obama said that he would agree to a 2-year extension on all Bush-era tax cuts, which was set to expire on December 31st. In exchange for extending unemployment insurance and cutting the payroll tax by 2% for workers next year. Obama called this compromise an essential step on the road to recovery. The fiscal stimulus boosted optimism on US economic recovery, strengthening commodities, equities, and other asset classes. Crude oil broke the resistance of $90 for the first time in more than 2 years, while gold set a new record high of $1432 at COMEX and rupees 20,925 at MCX. However, EU leaders' lack of progress in compromising on measures to deal with future debt problems in European periphery and refusal by Germany and France on expanding the size of the bailout fund once again raised sovereign concerns in the region and thus weighed down the commodities. Over the weekend, China's CPI surged to 5.1% YOY in the month of November, and this was the highest level since July 2008. People's Bank of China raised a reserve ratio on Friday, the third time in a month, and this was a signal that government is committed to curb inflation. However, the fact that the government had not announced an interest rate hike during the weekend surprised the market, and worries about slowdown in Chinese economic growth moderated temporarily. This is the main reason for driving commodities higher in Asian markets today. EIA, IEA and OPEC published their latest monthly demand forecast last week. All these three oil agencies revised up the global oil demand for 2010 as OECD demand turned out to be stronger than expected over the past few months. And cold weather is expected to lift oil consumption towards the end of the year. Demand for 2011 is also raised higher, but the annual growth rate remains slower than prior year. The base metals complex outperformed energies and precious metals last week, with copper gaining more than 3% during the week. On the positive side, views on US economic recovery have turned more optimistic, while growth in emerging markets have been robust. Advanced economies will continue to adopt accommodative monetary policies to boost growth, and the impact should gradually be unveiled. The most negative factor in the near term for base metals is the further tightening in China, but production cut should keep the balance tight. The most important event to look after for this week is the FOMC meeting that is scheduled on Tuesday. Policymakers will evaluate the $600 billion asset buying program announced last month and will reiterate the commitments to accommodative monetary stance. Talking about the levels for this week, base metals would continue to outperform. Copper is expected to touch the level of rupees 425 at MCX. Bullion is expected to remain strong as geopolitical tensions between North and South Korea have intensified today. North Korea warned today the US and South Korea about their cooperation and told that this could bring a war to the region. Gold could touch rupees 21,000 at MCX, and silver could touch 45,000 levels in this week. Crude oil is also looking technically strong and has targets of rupees 4050 at MCX for this week. This is all from my side. For more details, please read to our Commodity Weekly report by Happy Trading.